Yo, one more again. This is the Collective Podcast. We are the Collective Podcast. Let me change that brand. Let me change that brand, brother. Bam. All right. We are the Collective Podcast. How y'all doing? I want to say this is episode 49. 49. We're getting up there, Rob. We about to hit the big 5-0.
3 more weeks to the anniversary.
Yeah, there you go. The anniversary sold, right? The anniversary episode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that everybody's doing well. Hold on. Let me add someone to the stream. Yeah, you know what? You're darn right, Dietrich. You're darn right, Dietrich. It's the perfect episode 49. I don't know why I didn't catch that. Probably because we already know that 49 is the second best number out there after 42, which is Jackie Robinson. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to Dietrich. I am AC from LA. I have Rodney Saucier Sr. with me, and then late, of course, is Trey. And here, let's put it out there.
Here you
Friends
go.
and family who watched the episode, who listened to the episode. We have a podcast at noon Pacific time every Thursday. Every Thursday.
Here you go.
75 minutes before the episode, we hear from Trey. Good morning, fellas. I scheduled a dental appointment an hour before the podcast, so I'll be calling in. Mind you, he didn't schedule the appointment 75 minutes before the podcast. He scheduled it at some other point, but that's when he told us. I'll be calling in from the car. So Rodney and I just don't even respond anymore. Unless it's something that's like health related where we actually feel for him. It's like, dude, we just expect you to like call in from the car and try to floss your whatever kind of leather seats. You know, that's the first thing that he did. He just showed the seats, and it's like,
You got the initials in the headrest?
Here you go.
Is it Louis?
He got the embroidery. No, he's definitely a Gucci guy. Ask him to show you his left wrist right now.
I have no watch on.
Oh, no wow. Watch. Well, show us your belt.
And no belt.
And show us your casual. Well, your casual shoes are definitely Gucci. I know you don't have on J's today. Show us your Gucci logo.
J's, look.
Okay. Well, it's one of those days. I guess it's because of the drive. Otherwise, he's got a Gucci uniform that he usually wears, and it's the belt, the
uniform.
Watch. Yeah, the belt, the watch, and the loafers. I'm not mad at it. It's just interesting.
Stop it. See how they do me, y'all, every week.
But well, just let listeners and viewers just let him know if he showed up. We have no material. We would have no material. All right, so my partner's being
or if he had a pair of gap cords on or something, you know.
Right. My partners being my partners just completely ignored the topics list that I sent over to them, shared with them via Google Drive. So it is what it is. I'll just post it to the world at the same time that my partners are probably going to be viewing it for the first time because they decided not to even look at it. And I can tell that they didn't look at it because I shared it via Google Drive and I've got tracking. So it's an editable document that they didn't even look at. Yeah, see? No comment. Exactly.
I never saw it.
Yeah,
I never saw it either.
That's what I just told the listeners. You never
saw
it.
Hey, Rod. I'm going to go with I didn't get it. How about you? Did you get it? I didn't get it.
I wasn't getting it either, but, you know.
There must have been something wrong with his Wi-Fi or something.
Well, now see, we know that's never the case, so let's not play that game. And it's out there, so let's do that. I shared it in Slack, and you guys were notified. because you guys have your notifications turned on. And if you don't, then you've breached the covenant because that was the agreement. Right? Right. All right. So that being said, let's get into it. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme. Now I'm doing the actual song.
Exactly. Like, wait a minute. Cut.
It's been a long time. I should have left you without a podcast to slip.
Hey, Ryan, we need to write this rap over.
What is happening?
We need to write this rap over, huh?
What is happening?
Hey man, I let them argue over the 18th letter last week, and I didn't mention it because it's the first initial of my name, but I let them battle it out.
Right.
I mean, what did I said it was the 13th letter. I was like, I just skipped a whole hand when I was counting it, and he has the actual name. Right, Dietrich, take 3 is coming. The actual name of one of his albums is the 18th letter. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But we got to get into some stuff today. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Dietrich is here. Where you at, Dietrich? Gardena? Who else is watching, and where are you checking in from?
So everybody's wondering if you're going to finish that rap, brother. Everybody wondering you going to finish that rap, or we just going to...
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left without a podcast to step 2. Think of how many podcasts you slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you. There you go. Bam.
Nice. There we go.
We
Now we official.
Episode, which is the same as episode 49. All right. We got a Saucier in the building in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Shout out.
We should have had the podcast live from Mississippi because it's about to go down. My family is all together out there.
Oh, okay.
I hope they don't have any dark liquor around. Woo!
Yeah, he said all the VSOP gonna be gone. Huh?
Somebody's getting shot.
Yeah, so prayers up. Prayers up for the frozen parts of the country. Dietrich says, "It sticks your people, right?"
Yep.
All right. So
that's Tony Jr.
Okay. Oh, cool. Shout out to Tony and Tony Jr. I'm actually a Tony Jr. also. So shout out. And he's telling you that the VSOP is not happening yet, but it's coming. All right. Shout out. What up, Cobbs? What up, Cobbs? Hold the salad. What's going on? Shout out to Anthony.
Big Cobbs, what up, brother?
He may or may not join. So I told you guys that we would have Scoop Jackson today, but Scoop Jackson is on a Nike assignment today, so he's not here. He's actually on assignment for the next 4 weeks on Thursday at exactly the time that we need him. So he's guaranteed to be here March 18th, but if he can drop in one of the 3 weeks prior to that, then he will. All right. So let's get into it. Oh, they're not in Mississippi, right?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Well, Tony Sr. said he was in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So I feel a disconnect. Uh-oh. Trouble in the family. They kind of invited you, Rob, but didn't completely invite you. All right, Australian Open. Naomi Osaka defeated her idol.
Yeah.
We want to say defeated or beat her pretty easy. Oh, I was so hurt.
I don't think she beat her easy.
Yeah, she beat her easily.
Nah. A lot of them, with Serena and Venus, typically, and even also last night, they tend to beat themselves when they lose.
Themselves, yeah.
I've never seen someone, and it's just my opinion, actually be better than Serena and just beat her. it's always unforced errors. And if you count her unforced errors at the end of a match that she loses, it's probably like 35 to 45. I mean, in somewhere in that range, or maybe even more. Double faults and just stuff that she doesn't normally do.
And I think Osaka was just a step faster. She was just a step faster, man. She was on it. She was on point, man. Like,
Because I
hats
saw
off to
people
her.
kind of burying Serena in the press. Like, oh yeah, it's about time. She's 39. I'm like, if anybody's defying age, it's Serena. Like, you just don't
Yeah.
get to that level and still get to the semifinals of the Australian Open if you're not still great. So,
Right.
A few different twists and turns here and there, and it's a whole new match. She's definitely good enough to still win championships. So I wouldn't put her out too fast.
Yeah, I feel like in that second set that she lost, if she could have went up 5-4 instead of going down 5-4, and she had her, I think 40 love, that she could have won that one. That's the one I was pulling for, man. I think if they could have got to a third match, she'd have had a better shot. But yeah, hats off to the girl, man. She's awesome, and I like her. And I just found out last night that that's Tony's like go-to after Serena. So, hats off to the girl.
Okay. All right. So I am going to give a different perspective. What's up, Bianca? My cousin is on. Shout out to Bianca Fields, the newest, maybe not the newest, but one of the newest Florida residents. She moved out of Georgia, went to Florida. Shout out. So for me, Rodney, I believe that Naomi Osaka beat her. I don't believe that Serena beat herself yesterday. I don't believe that it was a massacre, even though, when you look at a 3-4 result, 6-3, 6-4, it was a little closer than that, because to Trey's point, when it was 4-4 and Serena was broken, and then Naomi served for the match. If Serena holds at 5-4, then maybe she's able to break Naomi in that next game of the set, and then she does win the second set, or maybe she winds up forcing the tiebreak. But ultimately, you wound up in a situation where she was broken, and then Naomi was able to serve for the match, and so that was that. But Naomi Osaka is, by most accounts, the best player in the world right now, and I don't think that's by accident, and that's not to take anything away from Serena, who is the greatest player of all time. Boy, it feels good to say that, because when they were coming up, I was like, man, I hope they have, like, this Richard Williams experiment is amazing. Like, I hope they last. I hope that they are able to do things. And then when they were able to overcome the racism on the circuit, and it, like, I love that. I love that Venus was able to kick in some doors and win a whole bunch of championships before Serena took over and just, won the rest of them. I'm personally happy that I was able to spend the day with Richard Williams before, back when Serena was still playing the Manhattan Beach tournament. I met Richard Williams and wound up spending the day with him. We wound up going down to Tams in Compton, and he just told me his whole life story and the vision for both of them. This is probably like 10 years ago. Just a really awesome, no, it's probably 15 years ago, actually, a really awesome experience. And I don't feel like it's over for Serena. I know people are asking her that just because, but like, she's still, to Rod's point, playing at an extremely high level. Like, she lost in the semifinal of the Australian Open at 39. She's still getting there. She's lost her last couple of championship results, but she's still in the mix. But I think that Naomi Osaka was better last night, and it doesn't mean that she's going to be better every night. Like, I think she is better now, but that doesn't mean she'll be better every night because you have upsets. You're not always going to have a great showing against your idol. We've had instances of that in various sports where sometimes the student becomes the teacher, and other times the student gets put in his or her place. So last night, student was teacher, or last night for us, but today for Australia, the student became the teacher again. And I wish Osaka the best in the final. And yes, to Trey's point, she is my third favorite player behind Venus and Serena, but I do expect her to win a bunch of championships. I don't expect anyone to have the career that Serena had again. And I do expect Serena to win at least one more. So there you go. Welcoming Anthony Cobbs to the stage. He checked in online before hopping on.
What up? What up?
And
What's up, brother?
He represents AC Sports Live, which is his third Tuesday podcast. He also represents 1585, which is his joint podcast on Fridays with Jimmy McElroy the fourth. What's up, Anthony Cobbs? What are your thoughts on the Australian Open semifinal between Osaka and Williams?
Well, first of all, I want to say I represent the kingdom and I represent the West Side Long Beach, cuz.
Insanes or 20s?
No, West Side. Ain't no Insanes and 20s on the East Side.
Oh, that's the wrong side.
Yes. I'm neutral.
Oh, okay.
I'm down with everybody. I'm down with SOS. I'm down with West Side Longos. I'm down with the West Side Crips. I'm down with everybody, man. You gotta be. That's how you navigate. I was so excited to watch that match yesterday, man. Because I'm a big Serena fan. I'm a big Naomi Osaka fan. Her Haitian and Japanese mix, something is attractive to me about that. And then her when she bows at the end, it's just so cute to me that she still bows at Serena. I agree with you, AC. She won. And if you count up Serena's unforced errors, those were I just attribute those to age, man. I felt for her. You figure at 40 years old versus a 20-something-year-old, your body just not what it used to be, man. Some of those shots down the line, she used to get those shots. And I could just see her look at that ball and be like, you know what? I'm not 20 no more. I can't go get that ball. And it was just like, I saw it on her face, but I saw her fighting. So I believe she does have one more in the tank. But it's not going. She may not be able to beat Osaka head up, but one of these European chicks that might have an upper edge on Osaka, because she's number 3 in the world. She's not number 1 right now for a reason. There's a couple of girls on the tour that gives her fits. She got Serena number because she's baby Serena. She's basically baby Serena. She's powerful. She's athletic. She's meticulous. She'll make some mistakes she shouldn't, just like Serena used to do. She even makes some mistakes on purpose to set people up. I love Osaka's game. It reminds me of Serena so much. But I saw some fight left in Serena. I believe she'll get to 24, but I don't think she's going to beat Osaka head up. It's going to take someone else knocking off Osaka in something like the U.S. Open or something like that, and she'll get another chance. Just like Tiger Woods came back and won last year, 2019. Right. He snuck up and won one. So I know it's something left in the tank. When she was down 4-1 in the second set, I was like, if she can get this to 4-2, maybe 4-3, that's the fight I want to see if she can continue at this high level. Semifinals is a great feat. Finals is even better. If she can reach one more chip, I mean, she's already solidified herself in my book as a GOAT. I mean, she's top 5 GOAT in all sports. She's a top tennis player of all time, even over the men in my eyes. So she can accomplish anything or except her personal goal of 24. I was, like I said, nothing away from Osaka. She won, but Serena looked like she was 39 years old. So, it's the close to the end. Now, I will say this. Her 39-year-old semifinal was more impressive to me than Tom Brady's 43-year-old Super Bowl where he don't get tackled but one time. So it's just when they had an argument today about who's the greatest GOAT of all time. And it was like, well, Tom Brady. I said, Tom Brady fell down one time in a football game. Who does not get hit? Who gets to just sit back and do what they do without any, the rules are for him to not get hit hard. And then the guys aren't hitting him. Whereas Serena got to break her ankles side to side. take on 100 mile. How fast were those serves? Like they said,
117.
Yeah, I was like, good Lord. And she got to get over there. And so I'm like, no, man, this is way more impressive. And it's head up offense and defense, no plays off. Way more impressive to me. So, I hope she can get one more, man. I'm excited, man. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they asked, thank you for that. And so they asked Naomi about Serena and what her thoughts are on Serena's longevity. And Naomi said, for me, I wanted to play forever. That's the little kid in me. And I feel her on that. Like I haven't seen anything that I would call a decline in Serena. I just think that Serena is becoming a little more human because I feel like she was superhuman. I did, and this is the same thing I felt about Venus as Serena was ascending. And Venus was still phenomenal. Venus was still second best in the world, but she just had to keep facing Serena. And it was like, wow, Serena is making her look human while Venus was still dominating everybody else. Now Venus is at a point where she's just, kind of blending in. And but just the things that these Williams sisters did for multiple decades is just amazing. And the fact that Naomi originally looked up to Venus and then, really locked in on Serena and adopted some of her style and just, followed her and kept her motivation to be a part of this game is amazing. And, listen, I wasn't disappointed when Naomi Osaka hit #1 in the world on January 28th, 2 years ago. She's not #1 right now, but she has been #1, and it's all about the computer rankings. It's not like it's a vote, so it's the computer rankings based on how many tournaments you played and your results and all of that. So, to Anthony's point, she's not first right now. She is #3 in the world, but I would say that, and she's been #3 for about 5 months now. I feel like she's the best in the world. I do.
I agree.
Yeah, and,
I agree. They try to hold her back because she's Japanese.
Yeah. I wish her the best. And let's not lose sight of her activism, right?
Yeah.
At the U.S. Open last year, she wore a different mask for every match, and each of the masks had someone's name, someone who had been murdered by the police, and she did that and wound up winning the U.S. Open. So she wore seven different masks. Pretty awesome. Okay. All right. Naomi Osaka, thank you for your contributions. Again, this is the Collective Podcast. I am AP from LA. To my left, I got Rodney Saucier Sr. Under him, we got Trey Hop. And to Trey Hop's right, we have Anthony Cobbs 1.
Can you make a note that Trey is getting gas? I don't think that's ever been done on a podcast before.
Yeah. So so that's a first, right? Trey being late, not a first. Trey calling in from the car, not a first.
Getting gas.
Anyone at all getting gas
on the phone. Isn't that dangerous? Like if you get shocked, like you can get like a little spark shock and you blow the whole place up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been to the gas station.
Boom.
Oh yeah, that was a flex. He's like, who gets gas? Nobody does that. Everybody owns a Tesla.
No,
everybody does. You don't charge your car. Like, come on.
First of all, Brianna still gets gas, so we still go to the gas station. Second of all, Teslas are not the only electric vehicles out there, buddy. I just, we saw the leather and we just figured, gas was probably delivered to your house. That's what I was saying, and that's what Rodney was saying. It wasn't about an electric vehicle.
You can't fix that one. That was a flex. Some of us still wash our own cars.
Anytime you turn the camera on and you go straight to the brown leather, that's what you're trying to show us. And when you're late, like you're supposed to sneak into the room when you're late. You walk in, look, I'm here. Like,
show us the spinning rims, Trey. They spinning, nigga. They spinning.
Show us the 36-inch spinners. So check it out. This is the Collective Podcast, episode 49, presented by The Legal Hustle Gear, thelegalhustle.com, Legal Hustle Apparel. All right, so look, I'm going to let Trey and Anthony Cobbs talk. I mean, Rodney, you can talk too, but boy, I want to see how passionate they are about this topic. And I guess I don't even have to introduce it. You guys should know. I know that none of you look at the topics beforehand. But
peace out.
Oh, deuces. Peace out, Carson.
Carson Wentz can peace out.
Out of here.
Get on out of here. We see you. Thank you for your contribution, but kick rocks.
Exactly.
So before you guys dig into it, I want the listeners to understand what's happening here. Anthony Cobbs is a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Let me grab the hat so you know.
Oh, Brianna, okay. So okay. Brianna is contributing. She's across from me, but she happened to hop on to okay.
He's spinning.
All right.
That's funny.
Okay, yeah, that is. All right, so check it. So Anthony Cobbs, every day of the week, is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. For my good friend Trey Hopson over here, boy, does it depend on the temperature. It could be Rams, Raiders, Eagles, Seahawks. I think the Ravens are recruiting you now, Trey. Like how do you make your decision on what you throw on there?
I guess it's Eagles right now. It's Eagles all day, every day.
Oh,
Rams because of the season tickets, and any other team if I'm pulling for them because I bet on them. However, it's still the Eagles all day.
So what he just gave us was the definition of doublespeak, because he gave us many times of the day when it wasn't Eagles, but then told us it was Eagles all day. So don't believe a thing that he says. But now I will turn it over to the two of you to talk about the Carson Wentz exit. Go.
What did Russell Simmons used to say? Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night. I changed it to goodbye. Thanks for coming out. God bless. Goodbye.
Well, speaking of Russell Simmons, since you brought it up, we knew that Russell Simmons was a Yankees fan all day and all night. With you, again, with this football thing, we're really not sure. But okay, I digress. Go ahead. So yeah, God bless and good night.
Yeah. It said we got a 3rd round pick for him.
That could be a first. It could be a first.
I was like, you know what, y'all can keep that pick too. Just get it.
Just take him out of here.
You don't even want the pick.
Oh man.
Well, it's a 3rd this year, and then it's a 2nd next year. That could be a first if he plays 75% of those snaps. So it's gonna stay a 2nd.
It said if he makes the playoffs, it becomes a 1st round.
Okay, can we be clear here? He might not even start. Let's not play this game. Like, I know they brought him in, but they didn't give up much for him. So Jacoby Brissett could actually be the starter.
The $30 million cap hit, that's still the Eagles. I'm just wondering the particulars as far as how much they owe him. Like if they can afford to sit him. I'm just glad that it clears the room up, and we're gonna mess around and do something stupid like draft another quarterback. We're probably gonna draft Justin Fields. We got the 6th pick. We're gonna probably pick a quarterback because now we don't have a backup. Sutfield is straight trash. I can play better than him. I'm glad Jalen Hurts played the way he did, even though he was only 1-3 or 1-2. But the way he played, the resilience, the camaraderie he made on the sidelines with his teammates is what Carson Wentz lacked. Carson Wentz will make mistakes. He would immediately go to the computer or the jumbotron, and he would not point to himself. He would point to others. And once you got that in the locker room and everybody knows just all about you, it's a wrap, man. There's no fixing that. So I believe Carson Wentz is still going to play at a Pro Bowl level under Frank Reich. He's going to be in a Pro Bowl in a couple of years under Frank Reich. He's a good player. He was just no longer good in Philadelphia. So I'm glad to see him go. I wish him the best. But that quarterback room was too stuffy. He wasn't happy for Jalen Hurts. He was over there hating, and the fact that he didn't dress his last game, he ain't been right since they put the Nick Foles statue up. So it is what it is. It's a business. We thank you for your service, but let the young bull ride. We got an Omega Psi-Phi quarterback at Philadelphia. We're gonna ride with Jalen Hurts until we got another quarterback to supplant him. So I'm good with it.
So you do expect him to start in Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously, you expect him to get back to the Pro Bowl. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, he might not start day one. Jacoby Brissett's a good quarterback, but they brought in Phillip Rivers, and he had no hard times beating him out. And Phillip Rivers is, to me, pretty much done, but he can still throw it around the yard. Just don't throw an out route. So I think Carson Wentz is still strong armed enough, and he'll win the job at some point. Kind of like Cam Newton going to New England. We didn't know, but you know.
I was about to ask you about that, and I know Dietrich is probably going to answer before you because his Facebook fingers are fast. Is Cam under contract?
No, Cam's gone. Cam's
So
under 14. Yeah, he got a one and done. What incentives? I'm not sure if he even met them incentives. He was playing for the minimum last year.
Yeah, it was no contract. Like after his last game, he was like he thought that was his last game on that team.
So what do you think of Philadelphia signing Cam?
As a backup? Nah.
That wasn't my question. I said, what do you think of Philadelphia signing Cam? Now you can.
I wouldn't do it. I'd bring back Nick Foles if I brought Cam Newton in.
Okay, move on. What do you think about Washington? What do you think about the Ron Rivera Cam Newton remix?
It's not over for Alex Smith, so I don't know if I would bring that drama in there either because Cam is expected to start. Right. I don't think Cam is ready to be a backup yet. So if you bring Cam in the room, he's expecting to start. You don't wear a scarf and a derby to the press conference and you ain't starting.
Yeah.
If you a backup, you wear a baseball cap and a t-shirt. Cam Newton ain't doing that. Cam Newton is coming with the flamboyance. I'm the diva. Divas don't back up.
Exactly. Right. You don't come to work in a costume and be not play.
Yeah, Wakanda forever on the bench.
Cam can go to Jacksonville and try to keep that number one pick on the bench for as long as he can.
Yeah, that might work. Well, you said Jacksonville with
they're going to draft
Meyer,
Trevor Lawrence.
They're going to start him day one.
Yeah. Well,
they're going to start him. But no, he had surgery. He had surgery the other day. So yeah, that might be good. Go back
up to be ready for training camp, but you never know. And it's his non-throwing shoulder, so they quick to really throw that out there.
That might have been a convenience surgery. I didn't realize he needed surgery, and all of a sudden he gets surgery. So that might be a little buy me some time surgery. Okay. Clean up my non-throwing shoulder. That's kind of we'll see.
Hey, shout out to my man Ray James. I believe also checking in from Long Beach. Mr. James, are you checking in from Long Beach right now?
What up, cub?
Okay, you're gonna run the Sauciers away if you keep if you keep throwing those suffixes on your sentences.
Everybody in Long Beach a crip.
They despise that word.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But at the same time, they were like, "We out."
Peace.
All right, my man Ray James checking in from Long Beach. Shout out. All right, so listen, I guess we're going down a little. Do you need this, or is this for Braylon? Okay. I guess we're going down a little rabbit hole here. So, in New Orleans, is it Jameis Winston?
Yep. Mm-hmm. They're gonna make him battle. They're gonna make him battle a little bit. Is Drew Brees officially retired? He might be holding him hostage.
Well, he did the thing. He kissed him goodbye. I thought he was.
Yeah, I think it's official.
Yeah, I thought it was official. Listen, I haven't heard out. So yeah, Jameis Winston. I hope so. I haven't heard Alex Smith speak up about anything ever, and maybe I missed something. But
he ain't retiring.
But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about social activism. He's speaking out in favor, against the whitelisting of Colin Kaepernick.
Alex Smith?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
No reason why Colin Kaepernick should not be playing in the NFL. So, you know, me and my 49er connection, I'm actually getting chills thinking about Alex Smith speaking up, even though it's late, him speaking up for Colin Kaepernick. It just,
he's no longer going to be an ally. He's going to be a co-conspirator. Thank you. A little bit late.
It is. No, it is.
Appreciate your empathy. But Kaepernick done moved on too. I think.
Well, no, because I follow Colin Kaepernick on Twitter, and he's retweeting stuff all day when people speak out for him. So he hasn't completely moved on.
You think he will play? That's a good topic.
I think he would. Well, I don't. Okay, if that's what you mean, that he wouldn't play again. Okay, I don't know. I'm unclear on whether or not he would play, but
it's the principle, Smokey.
The sentiment of it all. Yeah.
It's principalities. It's principalities, Smokey.
Ooh. Big Worm. All right. It's the principalities, like Big Worm said.
Principalities.
So Urban Meyer will be the next Bobby Petrino. Somebody want to translate this for Dietrich?
He's gonna fail. Bobby Petrino was a failure in the NFL, right?
Yep. Big one.
So I think it'll be a bunch of hype. We think Urban Meyer is this great mind, but that last hire of that unlikely hire of the Iowa coach that got fired for his racial remarks to his student athletes. I think that was the most tone deaf, colorblind, bad hire decision a new guy on the block could ever make. So now you got the whole team, which is probably 75% brothers, going to be looking at you sideways, and you have to learn and earn their trust in a very short amount of time with no training camp, like no real training camp. It's going to be half virtual and then, half in person. And now you still got to earn their trust. And you already hiring racist rednecks on your staff. And you didn't take into account that you're in Jacksonville, Florida, and your team is predominantly African-American. So good luck to him about that. It's not going to be good.
Oh, well, shit. I don't even say good luck.
He had Aaron Hernandez. He didn't realize he was killing folks. He had a bunch of dudes on the team smoking weed. Didn't realize. I mean, I think he's known all along that he's had bad staff, bad players, but he's swept things under the carpet, and all in the name of winning football games. So he'll learn real quick. NFL ain't like that.
That's exactly what it was. That's why I feel like the phrase tone deaf kind of gives them a way out. Like they kind of didn't know what was going on or kind of clueless. He ain't clueless.
He know everything is going on.
That man knows exactly what's going on. He didn't care about the assistant he hired saying what he said, doing what he did. He's just like, hey, that was college. This the pros. I'm gonna hire him anyway.
Yeah. All right. The strength coach is with the team more than the coach.
He knew. He hired.
Ray James catching my little jokes. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't know Aaron Hernandez was killing folks.
You know you had to spray thugs on the team. You know when you got some thugs on the team.
Some of those parts were probably in his backyard.
Oh man. I don't know how many documentaries Brianna watched before that Aaron Hernandez doc, but she watched about 5 documentaries a week ever since that one. Like she was
man, that Joker was like the Night Stalker, man. He was killing brothers, man. He was out there executing people, man.
Yeah, he was the worst. Rod, like before there even was media, back in the day when you guys, sent messages in a bottle and all of that, like were there serial killers?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the plague, but like were there serial killers back in the
Well, back in the Old Testament when you were running with Saul.
A man after my own heart. He killed Christians.
And beheading Christians, Oh shit! They had serial killers back then.
Yeah,
And
called
all people would know.
it's called the King, the last King of Scotland.
But I wanted to know if, since Rodney's the one that started gangs in the modern day, I wanted to know.
It was Tookie. It was Tookie, Rod, Freeway Ricky Ross.
No, the thing is, Rod had the idea, but he wasn't fast enough to get to the meeting. So Tookie beat him, and that's what happened. Did you guys know that? And I don't know if this is right, but I read this the other day that the Bloods were started at Compton Centennial.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I knew it was close, but I didn't know it was literally at Compton Centennial. And for those who don't know, I'm saying Compton Centennial because there's also,
and it's right next to Pyru Street. I got stuck there with an all blue Adidas sweatsuit on. I was substitute teaching.
Why?
It was
teaching an all blue Adidas sweatsuit.
I was trying to bridge a gap. No, I was just not paying attention to my. I knew where I was going. I was there for a long stretch. It was a long-term sub position. I'm down with all the kids. They even tell me when to go home. Like today, Mr. Kyle, you might want to go home. Let's have to go down after school. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me twice. I'm out. But I was so comfortable with the kids in the neighborhood. And then so I didn't have any threats on campus or anything because I was football head and I knew the head coach and I was teaching moderate to severe special ed, the cats that can't get right in class. Mm-hmm. So I had the hardest kids in the school in my class. So I felt comfy. I was stuck at the light wearing all blue and these Bloods pull up right next to me. And I looked at them. I said, "What's up?" I looked down at my clothes. I said, "Ah." I forgot.
Yeah.
And I was just like, but the shalom of God was over me. Okay. So the guys just like, "What's up?" Hey, that's my little brother's teacher. So I had a pass, but had it not been a little familiarity right there, I might have been in bad shape. But it wasn't like it was a heated time. It was maybe early 2000s. So it wasn't like 85 where you couldn't be nowhere near Pyru Street or Grave Street wearing the wrong colors. But it was still a different day. And the guys was just like, "What's up?" And I said, "Well, shoot, I'm glad I don't look like, anybody that they're looking for." And I was not disrespecting. So it was okay. But it was a really quick little wake up call. I looked up at the light, Pyru Street. Oh, Pyru Street. I remember those streets from World on Wheel days and how you had to be aware of where you was. And these brothers pulled up, beat in their car. Jerry Curls, what's up? "Oh, what's up, brothers?" "Oh, shoot, I'm wearing a blue Adidas sweatsuit on Pyru Street." Could have been dangerous. But I'm still here.
You made it through. So listen, if any of you other substitute teachers out there wind up in that situation, you got two options. Throw on some DJ Quick really quickly, or throw on some YG because he was in Treetop Pyru Hood.
It was.
And that's probably who pulled up next to him. And both of those guys are from Treetop Pyru. And DJ Quick will tell you, guess who outlasted the CPD? Now that was the Compton Police Department. The TTP. This is so funny to DJ Quick. I don't care one way or another. It's so funny to DJ Quick that the Treetop Pyru gang outlasted the Compton Police Department because they used to sweat them. Yeah.
That's fun. That's hilarious.
We are very happy that you made it through, my friend. And again, shout out to Ray James. We worked the other day. We worked a basketball game together. The picture is leaking out there somewhere. It might show up here on the podcast. I don't know. The locker room picture afterward. All right. So going down the list of topics again that my partners and our guest partner didn't even look at. Moving on to the state of the NBA. We're going to start off with the Lakers, and we're going to start off with Rod and his favorite topic. Dun, 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 dun! Anthony Miguelito Davis.
And he's hurt again.
No.
Hey man, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna leave him alone because I don't like to just. I'm not like Shaq where I just keep on digging in on JaVale McGee. I'm not gonna do him like that. Kick him when he's down.
I am.
I can kick the Clippers a little bit. Why is it every time I turn on a Clipper game, I never see Paul George or Kawhi Leonard playing at the same time?
They're the same person. It's like
the other night they didn't play at all. Both guys were gone.
It's like It's like Humpty Hump and
G-Shock. I mean,
Shock G. They're one and the same.
I don't ever see them on the court together. Like, how is it supposed to work?
Who are you talking about?
PG-13 and Kawhi Leonard never play at the same time. They're the same person. They don't talk. They got cornrows.
One of them is decidedly better than the other and actually has a ring. But I hear you guys.
I never, but I'm like, you guys want max salaries and you want to play 10 games.
Hey, don't be mad about my money. That's my money. Don't worry about me.
And 2 finals MVP.
Don't worry about me. That's my money. That's it.
What up, Wayman? What up, Elaine? So, all right, Elaine, Wayman, where you guys checking in from?
AD, man.
But wait a minute. Let's go back to Rodney. I'm confused. I asked you about Anthony Davis, and you somehow came up with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I missed the transition. I'm not saying there wasn't one.
He gonna stall him out. He's stalling AD out. I ain't gonna stall him out.
I didn't want to be Shaq on JaVale McGee with AD.
Oh.
I don't want to keep killing him and kicking him when he's down. I don't know how severely he's hurt. If he's hurt, I just know that he got someone to say that his Achilles was sore. So
what does that? What does that mean? He got someone to say it. I feel like you are piling on.
There's a song.
I actually think that it is his Achilles, and they're saying it was his calf. That's the same thing they did for Kevin Durant. They was like, oh, it's not his Achilles, it's his calf. He's got a calf strain when he came back or whatever. Me personally, man, I'd keep him out. Keep him out to the bubble. As long as we got to do is make the playoffs. Be healthy for the playoffs. Get yourself right.
Hey, in the 80s, Rodney, we used to sing a song by the Force MDs. It was called Tender Love. That's what AD is. He's tender love.
AD, that's not me, brother. That's not me saying nothing about you, man.
Love so tender. He put on a couple of pounds, and that leg is a little tender.
AD, when you come on the podcast, brother, one day when you come,
I'm gonna be on his head. I say, bruh.
Let me tell you something. I'm your friend.
Everybody's sore. Everybody's sore. LeBron James is 100 years old. You don't think LeBron James is sore? We all got tender love on the.
Now, Trey, if he takes your word for it and shuts down until the playoffs, LeBron is going to quit. He's going to quit. He does not want to play alone. He's going to quit.
Oh man, that's what he had before.
There you go. People don't like it, but the
Elaine. I know Elaine. Go ahead, Rod.
Wait. Hold on. Now, Wayman, are you in? Hold on, Wayman, are you in West Compton or are you in East Rancho Dominguez? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we saw before LeBron's teammates got banged up and he was like, all right, I'm shutting it down. I'm out. It went from 15 games to I'm going to just come back and play and try to get a triple-double to make my stats look good, and I'm sitting back down.
No, and I think LeBron, I think he believes he's better now. He's enjoying the game more. I think he sees the court better. He's reading defenses better. He's shooting better. LeBron. So he's having a good time out there, man. I think he wants to play now. Like it's easy for him, it seemed like.
Well, when you have a great team, it's normally easier to play. I mean, like just because Anthony Davis is down doesn't mean they don't have your favorite player, Trez Harrell. Like I told AC the other day, I still don't understand how he has a nickname. He's not good enough to have a nickname, but
Trez got a nickname.
I know. I said he's not good enough to have a nickname, but
no, he's good.
You ain't gotta be all pro to have a nickname. Big Baby had a nickname.
He's great for what's out there.
Big Baby.
Well, Big Baby had a name going into it. Like Big, he just kept the nickname. be clear.
What about Corliss Williamson? What was his name?
Big Nasty.
Big Nasty.
Yes.
But did he earn it?
No, Corliss Williamson was a beast in college. Yeah, he's fine.
Well, anybody that's in the NBA is a good player. So,
but they didn't. I don't know where Montrezl Harrell went to college though. I'm saying like the people you named earned the nicknames.
What's his name? Monster Trez?
Well, and I guess it's literally just 4/7 of his name. So it's not like they called him the epitome or something. They just call him Trez. I think the problem is we never heard Trey, who we let him use his nickname, even though he also has no championships. We let Trey use his nickname, but then he started calling Montrez Trez, and it was just disturbing. And it was coming off the heels of Rodney choosing to win the championship and all of that. So it was confusing for me as a friend of both of them. It's Rod's new team, and Trey got a nickname for him, like they're hanging out. And I'm waiting for the selfie with the mask on or the mask off. I'm confused, man. I'm confused.
As long as his name is not delicious, it's not like something. It ain't offensive. Like, call me delicious. My name is.
Wait. What do we do? Lane is taking shots at Jared Dudley. Wayman Wiley follows up. Listen, he was no Eldon Campbell. Yeah, he was a good player.
Benoit Benjamin.
Benjamin. NBA. I don't think that's what Anthony meant. Anthony, you don't mean NBA is a good NBA player. You just mean good enough to get to the NBA, right?
Right. Yeah. Anybody in the NBA go to LA Fitness, they're gonna ball. Anybody in the NBA go to the LA Fitness, they're gonna ball me and Rodney up. We're gonna be watching. If Jared Dudley come play the LA Fitness, I'm picking him up.
Yeah.
Listen, I might even take Anthony Cobb. I might take Anthony Cobbs to knock Nate Robinson out, but I think that Nate Robinson will dunk on him. So yeah, but I won't get burnt like Kevin King for the Green Bay Packers. So I might be old, but I ain't washed up and dumb. I'm washed up, but I ain't dumb. There you go. All right. So that takes us. So state of the NBA is the topic, right? So that takes us to the Jazz. Number one in the power rankings, which I know you guys don't care about, but I obsess over them. So number one in the power rankings. They've now won 9 in a row, including a win over Rodney's adopted team with all of Trey's favorite players, the Clippers. Are they genuinely contenders is the first question.
Yes.
Okay. Are they the best team in the NBA?
No.
Who's the best team in the NBA?
Lakers.
The Jazz.
All right. Rodney, what say you?
The Jazz are hot right now. They would not sniff the finals.
No. Well, yeah, because they have to go through LA to get to the finals.
They have to go through
the Lakers.
So, all right, let me ask you a question.
They have to go through Phoenix.
Trey seems Phoenix. The fuck?
Phoenix would kill them in the playoffs, not in the regular season.
Where did Phoenix come in?
What are you talking about?
You asked me where they fit as far as the NBA is concerned.
Yeah.
And that's where they legit contenders. And I said they wouldn't sniff the finals. They would have to get past the Lakers, and they would probably have to get past Phoenix in the playoffs.
Oh, we didn't hear they would probably have to get. We missed that. We just heard they'd have to go through Phoenix. And I'm like, is that your Western Conference Finals? No. Phoenix and Utah? Okay. No. Okay. All right. Okay. So give me okay. So they wouldn't sniff the finals. Will they finish with the best record in the NBA?
Possibly. Considering AD, we don't know when he's ever coming back, if he's coming back.
Tender love.
With Otis, the security guard in the Bahamas, drinking on Bahama Mamas.
Love so tender.
So so this is what
he falls down every game. And Rodney be texting me said, "Hey, AD's down again."
Yeah, it's a fact. All right,
It's a live recording. We can't even cut because I was about to fall out the chair right now.
I gotta skip some comments. So this is what Anthony Cobb says, and his nickname is Tender Love. So we got Tender Love there. And Anthony Cobb is gonna own that one. Well, shout out to Jim McElroy the fourth. Jimmy, where you checking in from, brother? Go Bruins. Where you checking in from?
Or we could say Ralph Tresvant sensitivity. You need a man with sensitivity. I think that's gonna be. That's KD though. That's KD. He's sensitive like that. Michael Jordan's sensitive too. He takes offense to everything, and I hold that personally. I took that personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tender love. Tender love, David.
I wish you would have taken racism and classism personally.
Tender love.
Right. So yeah, Jimmy, where you checking in from? Boom, boom. All right, so help me understand, how you guys all have them potentially finishing with the best record in the NBA and not sniffing the final. Oh, you said the finals. You didn't say the Final Four. So they could be in the Western Conference Finals, Rod?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah, they got a good team.
So isn't that sniffing if you make the Final Four, isn't that sniffing the finals?
No.
It's like the Clippers.
You have to at least make it to game 7 to have sniffed the finals, or game 6, but not just 4. Like if you get swept, you didn't sniff it.
You didn't.
6 or 7. They celebrated Rudy Gobert scoring 20 the other day.
Rodney, they have the best record in the NBA, and they've won 9 in a row. I don't care what you want to belittle about them. I just want facts.
All right, they play the Clippers tomorrow?
Well, they just beat the Clippers. Yes,
I'm saying no, they wasn't the full strength Clippers. I believe, like Rodney said.
No
play one. One of the guys played. One of the guys didn't play, and now Kawhi got tender love on his leg. So his leg.
Oh, he has a leg contusion.
Me too.
We know Kawhi. We know Kawhi really wants to play every game.
Yeah, he gonna sit.
Okay, so I'm making a change.
Soft.
I'm making a change right now in front of everyone. My favorite player has been Kawhi Leonard, but I don't like the load management thing. I don't believe that, and I never considered it before. Like Rod's been talking to me about it for 2 years straight, but I finally gotten to a point where it's disturbing to me because I feel like it does the teammates a disservice.
That's the problem.
Who show up every night.
That's the problem.
Historically, like Magic and Kobe, and currently LeBron. Cobb said he's 100 years old, which would clearly make Rodney 212 years old. But the dude shows up every night, and that's important to me. So my favorite player is now the injured one, Klay Thompson, and so it doesn't matter who's playing right now. But Klay is my favorite.
He did get more All-Star votes than many.
It's got to be someone who's a killer on both offense and defense. So Kawhi, Klay, and then Klay is from here. So yeah.
So does the Lake Show handle New Jersey tomorrow?
Wait.
Hey.
Wait, hold on.
Is that today? I think it's Friday. Is it Friday?
Who's
Lakers, Nets, or Clippers, Jazz?
That is Rodney. Rodney is throwing shade and keeping a straight face.
Oh no!
Who plays in New Jersey? Clowning Trey for not realizing they live in Brooklyn.
I completely forgot. Okay,
you're so facetious. Look at you. Who plays in New Jersey? Yeah. So Trey, I know you missed the memo, but they moved to Brooklyn like 12 years ago.
Oh well, yeah, not New Jersey. Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, it threw me off. Honestly,
it's still the Nets.
They still right.
Okay. So I was going to get to them, but all right. So you guys, you say they're genuinely contenders, but you believe they'll fall. Okay, that's fine. So predict your Western Conference Finals. Just give me that, and without knowing if Davis comes back or not, or when he comes back, give it to me. Because somebody said the Lakers just have to make it, even as the 8th seed. Bruh. They just have to get in. So tell me, who's your Western Conference Finals?
That Achilles is so serious, man. I joke about it. I don't wish it upon nobody. I haven't had one. I had a partially torn one. And as big and as long and as fragile as AD is, I think it's a wrap, man. I think it's a year rehab. If you're not going to get it completely ruptured and repaired, he's going to be thinking about it every time he takes the first step. So I got Clippers, Jazz in the West.
Clippers, Jazz. Okay. Rodney.
I think he's coming back, and I think he's, for what's out there, good enough to do what they need. Maybe he'll not shoot so many jumpers.
That's what he's going to do more of if he can't go to the basket.
I'm going to go Lakers, Phoenix.
See, that's why he been wanting to say Phoenix, right?
Exactly.
He wanted to say Phoenix.
He didn't want to tell us, but yeah.
I think they got a playoff type of roster. Like those type of rosters are not built for the regular season. But once the game slows down and gets to the half court, and you have to deal with Booker and the center, I think they, I just don't see them being stopped.
What happened to the Mavericks? Everybody thought the Mavericks were going to be good, and Luka was going to win the MVP.
They have to score 170 every game.
Wait. Why women say the Cardinals? First of all, the Cardinals moved from Phoenix too, but
the Phoenix Cardinals.
Right. Wayman is clowning.
The Phoenix Cardinals with Aeneas Williams. With Aeneas Williams.
Wow, he's clowning. Didn't Tommy have a cup of coffee with them too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy played about 7 years though, and yeah.
But I'm saying, but in Arizona.
Yeah, Tommy Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. He helped me make the team, but I still got cut. Thanks, Tommy.
Shout out to Tommy. We spent some time in the trenches outside of football. Can't talk about it.
That's the funniest dude I know, man.
That's my dude.
And that dude can play some video games. He was the only person I know who go to UCLA Cooperage and beat all the Asian cats in Street Fighter with 50 cents. He wouldn't go in there with more than $1 and be there all day.
There you go.
Oh, you get
go, Bruins. All right, so Trey, your pick?
Lakers, Utah.
Lakers, Phoenix, Clippers, Utah.
Clippers, Utah.
Now, Chris Paul. Oh, damn, Wayman. Okay, Wayman
he said he got them tender hamstring.
Wayman got twin 6-shooters. So
tender love hammies.
So somebody said, I guess it was Trey. Trey, are you the one that was talking about a roster built for the playoffs, or was that Rod? No, that was Rod. That's right. So, and we have evidence because they won all 7 games in the bubble.
That don't mean nothing.
I don't know that it means nothing. They literally didn't lose in the bubble.
Yeah,
and got better.
I had this talk with Jimmy McElroy about meaningless games. About 5 of those games, the teams they were playing against weren't playing for anything except getting in shape.
So you're not being fair because everybody in the bubble was playing for something. At least for the first 2 games. Those
who are already established were only playing to get in shape. The Lakers were already in.
You're saying if they played the better teams didn't care.
The teams that were on the bubble were playing hard. The teams that were already in were just getting in shape.
But they were the only ones that went undefeated. That's why it just meant something to me.
Oh yeah.
I felt like Coach caught something right there.
Oh yeah, they're good now for that. Yeah, they're good, but it's still 8-0.
All right.
Perspective and context.
All right. So for me, I think I have to just go with what it looks like, and it looks like Utah. Are we in the bubble? Is it going to be in the bubble? Do we know?
They can't even figure the All-Star game out yet.
Okay, so if it's in the bubble, then I think the Lakers have a shot. I think it's Lakers, Utah. I do believe that I believe Utah has a really good shot at being Western at having the best record in the West and therefore having home court advantage if there is such a thing. If they're in the bubble, it won't matter. But if you have to go to Utah, even though there are no fans, there are no fans, so I don't know. I Lakers, Jazz. I'm going to stay with the Lakers, but I'm at peace with the Lakers not winning this year and just staying tied with the Celtics if it happens that way. But I do believe that Utah is real. I still feel like Denver is a dark horse. And I still like Denver. And I don't like anybody else in the West. I probably hate them all. No, I like Phoenix. I do like Phoenix. All right. In the East, boy, is that that's a mess. What do you guys think over there?
What do you think about the Clips? Hate them too? Me too. Moving on.
I did. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to give them enough power for me to say that I hate them just because they're the Clippers. Like, who cares? But yeah, I hate them because they're in this city and they have all these stupid billboards talking about whatever they were talking about. Like, I don't know, taking shots at the Lakers. But yeah, F the Clippers. All right, in the East, who you guys have? I still have Philly. I don't even care who they play, but I'll go Philly, Boston. It's fine.
Same. Doc Rivers got big boy playing with his back to the basket a lot more and in better shape. So Philly can make some serious noise.
I'm gonna say Philly and Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Doc is not getting enough credit, man, because the previous coaches could not get
Embiid
in shape at all.
Yeah.
And Doc got this dude playing hard and shooting less threes and making them look like a real team.
So you're saying Doc has that Stan Van Gundy magic, like with that Stan Van Gundy Shaquille O'Neal magic?
He Shaquille O'Neal?
He whipped him into shape.
He did?
Well, when he left LA, he refused to get in shape. And remember the announcement, Mr. Everson coming to play for y'all, and I'm going to be in shape because Mr. Everson told me to be in shape. So
yeah, but they had Spoelstra. They didn't have Van Gundy, right?
Still had Pat Riley in top offense.
Eric was there. No, Eric was there when they won. They didn't win that first year.
Did Shaq get a ring with Miami?
Yeah, but not his first year.
So Shaq and GP got a ring in Miami.
Yeah, GP. I was happy for everybody but Shaq that got a ring there. Alonzo Mourning, Gary Payton.
As long as he didn't get one in Boston, we good.
And I'm cool with Shaquille now, but I didn't like how he left and how he would never get in shape for the Lakers and just out there blasting Kobe and all of that. I never appreciated that. But time heals all wounds, and if Kobe can forgive him, I can forgive him. Shit.
Well, Kobe's the one that said Shaq was cheating on his wife too.
They won championships after that.
I ain't the only one out here doing stuff. All right, I got the Sixers.
He was a little kid. He was a little kid.
He was.
So did D'Angelo Russell get a pass?
Like D'Angelo Russell. Only thing missing was a cell phone.
What did D'Angelo Russell do?
Snitch on his roommate.
Yeah.
Swaggy P.
Snitch on Swaggy P.
But Shaq turned around and did the same thing to Dwayne Wade.
And Swaggy the tightest female rapper in the game.
Like that, I never understood. Like a lot of people still holler, "I hate Kobe" because he told on Shaq. It wasn't a secret that Shaq was tricking.
No.
I mean, Superhead wrote a book.
But it was just a dirty interaction.
Yeah.
God rest in peace. The dead. But back to the topic, I got Philly, New Jersey, and Embiid.
See, you like me, Cobb. See, you still call them New Jersey, right?
Did I call them New Jersey? They the Nets. They Brooklyn, but they not Brooklyn till they win something. We're Brooklyn at. You still New Jersey.
They've really been running New York State for at least 12 years.
It's still the Knicks town.
You could put two Knicks seasons together, and it wouldn't be better than the Nets' worst season.
But the Nets,
man, the league needs to step in and fix the Knicks, man. That's bad for the NBA.
It's supposed to be the Mecca. It's the garbage.
The biggest market in the country.
Hold on, Rod. I'm sorry. So just for clarity, Rod wants the league to fix the Knicks like the NFL fixed The Patriots against the Raiders. Oh, okay, Ryan. I don't know. Be careful what you wish for. Tuck rule.
Hey,
Not that kind of fix.
It's a done deal.
Not that kind of fix. Make sure they get the ball bouncing in their way during the lottery.
It's a done deal. The Raiders lost, so it is what it is. But maybe they'll put the rules committee will get together and put a rule in that helps the Knicks late in the season.
Make sure they keep getting the right lottery picks. I don't know, because they intervene when they want to intervene.
Yeah.
Because it's how in the world do you allow James Harden and Kyrie Irving and KD to finesse what they did? That wasn't no happenstance and that wasn't no. Oh, Kyrie doesn't want to play ball anymore, so we'll let James Harden go to the Nets. You don't think that was all planned by those guys, man? Something ain't right. Something ain't right, because now it sure looks real convenient. James Harden got his way and he went to a contender. If you went out of Houston, send that boy to Charlotte. Send that boy somewhere where he got to earn his championship.
Yeah.
You instantly become the best team in the league by getting your way. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
It does in the NBA.
From the New York.
Make them go to the Knicks.
Yeah.
I'm always curious to see what they put in the CBA after stuff like that happens.
The CBA.
Yeah, so I just want to be clear. They did win his first year, Shaquille's first year, but Stan Van Gundy was the coach at the beginning of the season, and Pat Riley relieved him and took over. Eric was just on the staff. So I mean what I said. Stan Van Gundy whipped him into shape. I mean, I'm being facetious, but I did mean Stan Van Gundy. I just had to look it up.
Can't whip nobody during Black History Month, man.
Oh, and Dietrich typed it 4 minutes ago. Thanks, Dietrich. And I already had it up there, and I wasn't even looking. I went and looked it up. All
Which
right.
coach won the championship though? Was that Van Gundy?
No, it was Riley. It was. I mean, I knew that Riley finished the season, for that one, and then I knew that Spoelstra got the 2 with LeBron, and he was the coach for the 4 finals appearances with LeBron.
Yeah, don't ever bring. I agree, Dietrich. Don't ever bring Blake Griffin over here, ever.
Wait a minute. When you say he has to stay healthy, are you talking about Blake Griffin? Are you talking about Chris Paul? I don't know.
Anybody that ever play sports in life has to stay healthy.
Well, and Phoenix is supposed to have the best staff, the best medical staff in the NBA, supposedly. I don't know how true that is, but players say that when they go to Phoenix, they get them right. So we'll see.
Well, these kids spoiled. These kids got Benihana on a Thursday.
Why are you over here talking about us? Like we not here.
I can't believe this. Yeah, I never heard of a hot dog.
Man, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one because my mom comes by here and they go to a restaurant every day.
Man, like it ain't a pandemic.
Every day.
Daddy, you acting like
You spoiled, Jordan.
I didn't even ask for it.
Even more spoiled.
Walked into that one.
Right.
Oh, I got you guys Benihana off GP.
You wearing your Houston Asterisk? Is that what that is?
Asterisks.
Yeah.
If the Padres gonna keep paying people, we gonna keep riding.
We're gonna get
He got paid.
Hold on. If you guys looked at the topics, even when I showed it here, you would know that that's on there. So we're not jumping ahead. No.
I'm just
All right.
saying.
Blazers. Are they real?
Dame is real, but
Think they real?
they can't stay healthy. They can't win. The big boy ain't playing yet.
Semifinals.
What's his name? Sabonis? What's his name? The Blazers center?
Sarunas Marciulionis?
Joke, not joking.
I thought it was Sabonis. The hurt.
And now CJ out too.
Yeah, Blazers center.
Did McCollum did his back heal?
Nurkic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still hurt.
No, CJ still got like a boot on his.
Nurkic and CJ is hurt.
Zach Collins still hurt.
Dame Dollar is wrecking shop.
He killing. But
Oh,
so is Bradley Beal.
speaking of stay in the NBA, hey, I gotta say, Curry was clutch the other night.
Not a time when Curry's not clutch. Like I don't know why we keep talking about that.
What do you do? I missed it.
This part wasn't left for discussion. I mean, like
he made shots that he didn't need to make.
Under a minute, shook the dude, hit him in the mouth with a 3. Come down, they scored. He hit another guy with a 3, and then hit the free throws to seal it.
That's clutch.
Last night,
all under a minute.
I'm sorry.
There was no plays drawn up to play.
Ref, I'm out. So we're saying clutch player with 3 clutch sequences. So now you're even saying clutch shots, clutch player.
I'm saying shots that need to be made.
And he got game winners, which you said he never had.
That's clutch. But is he clutch in the playoffs?
No, we're not mute.
I mean, you can be clutch during the that you have to make. He gonna mute. What's that show called?
Hey, Elaine said no clutch.
Please, no more clutch. Clutch. Elaine, what's clutch? You play ball. You coach. Elaine can tell us what it is. It's people that come through when you absolutely need them to. That's business and life.
In all fairness, with the Dove, you know, when Clay is on the floor, they run the play for Clay. So,
yeah,
you know, can't fault him on that one.
What's clutch? Clutch is 3-0 in the Bay. Oh,
what's
there you go. Elaine is clutch. Bam.
Jeez.
All right. We roll with that. All right, Suns, Warriors, Steph. Boom. Rodney, maybe you did read this thing. You didn't, but talk about it. All right. So we're gonna completely go off of sports. Oh, wait a minute. I want to say this. My assistant, Shablan Miniano, is in the Philippines, or he lives in the Philippines.
Flex. He got an international assistant.
Flex.
International assistant.
He had a pretty bad situation last night in his village. Luckily, like he works for me at night, and so luckily, which was this morning, right? His neighbor's like house or hut or whatever caught on fire, and he was able to he saw it because he was awake, and so he went and woke them up and got them out of the house and saved them. And then was able to run to the police station to have the police station call the fire people to come down. And so prayers to Shablan and all of his family and all of his neighbors. And shout out. Good job, Shablan, saving everybody. That's clutch.
Has Shablan ever said, yo, AC, man, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I'm a superhero?
He didn't ever tell me that, and now he doesn't have to tell me that.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Don't know. Now you know.
Listen, no, you did not say hut. You got international people working for you. We're gonna leave Shablan in our prayers and thank him for his service. But why is he out there saving people's lives and working for you at the same time? Boss, can I take a break? I need to go save my neighbors.
No,
it's so funny. I was thinking, was he on the clock?
What kind of slave master are you?
Right.
No, he told me. He said it's a good thing that I was working because I was awake and I was able to save people in the village.
Good thing you're a cool boss. My other boss wouldn't let me off to go save their family.
Oh.
You should give him hazard pay, man.
Hey, man.
Hazard.
Wait a minute. I
America is great.
Saved everybody's life. Like that's I got me messed up. So anyway, prayers to Shablan and all his.
What did he do though, Trey? He flexed on us that he worked for me And he saved lives.
He saved lives, right?
My employee saved the whole family.
So now AC gonna use it again. He's gonna be like, listen, so I know you can multitask.
I've seen it.
Workload.
No job is too hard.
He's already a beast. Like he's already a beast. He's a killer.
Well, he's a superhero.
He's a killer. Yeah, for sure. Oh man, like what? Does she have transcripts before you say the stuff? Like how'd she get that in there so quickly? So this is what he said. This is what he sent me, and this is how I found out.
You said you needed information. You needed.
No, I didn't ask him for
that's a
anything.
terrible boss. You're a terrible boss, man.
He was telling me
You need a picture and a write up.
you know, hey, I'm not working today. This is what I'm dealing with. We don't even have electricity. I'm sending you this on my phone. Like that, you know? That's what that was. And he wasn't telling me, yo, he's frozen in Texas. This is like, yo, we don't have power because of the fire in the village.
That's cool.
And he sent me some video.
Note. I'm gonna need you to send me a doctor note,
Exactly.
a picture, and
You
a
guys
write me
you guys
And
are
an estimate.
an estimate of damages.
You guys are in an estimate. You guys are mean people, and we're moving on. All right, so listen, we're gonna go off of sports right now, and we'd love to have Elaine and Dietrich and others go ahead and No, Dietrich, I see what you said. Riley was the coach. Well, I'm talking about the 06 final. So if that was the second season, cool. But what I'm saying is, yeah, Van Gundy was definitely the coach, and Riley is the one that got the championship. Because I know Van Gundy didn't get that, so it was one of those. Oh, Riley won it with Van Gundy's team, like Chucky won it with Dungy's team. You know how that goes. All right, so
Yeah, I hope he ain't sending out no contracts for you.
the top night of network television and why?
What?
Ooh, hit you with something you didn't see. I tried to get you guys to prepare for this, and maybe you guys can watch network television, but I think this has a no-brainer answer, and I'll tell you guys why. But I want your opinions first.
Repeat the question.
What is the top night of network? What is the top night of network television, and why?
Today or the 80s?
What the hell do you think? I'm not talking about Thursday nights when we were growing up. That's clear.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
It was
I
Thursday.
ain't watched,
Let me tell you, Martin reruns.
I ain't watched TV since Martin went off.
I wonder why you say that, Wayman. But okay. And Rodney only watches Martin and Sanford and Son. So do you guys comes on
Barnaby Jones.
I watched Married with Children with Al Bundy. I watched Sanford and Son, What's Happening, and I might watch a little of the newer stuff like Snowfall, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, those types of shows. But I haven't watched a show on a day of the week in a long time, man.
So let me be clear. My guy names 3 non-network television shows, 2 of which have been off the air for 7 years.
That's all good.
And tells us that he might watch newer shows. But you named 3 excellent shows: Snowfall, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy. So the Sons of Anarchy story that I like to share with you, Cobbs, is that I started watching the show late. And when I say late, I started watching it 1 week before the series finale.
Did you catch up?
I did. It was sick.
Great show.
I locked myself in my office, my home office, and watched 90 episodes.
They killed Obi. That was tough, man.
90 episodes. All right, so look, so listen. Wayman is telling us why. Look at you, Wayman. And Elaine is telling us Wednesday. So I was gonna type it. I'm still gonna type it out. Dietrich is saying Sunday in the NFL. Okay, no, just Dietrich. It's not even.
I can't speak on this one because the only thing I watch is This Is Us.
And network television, Dietrich, you can only get 3 games. That can't be the best day of the week. It can't.
Oh,
It's not even. It's not even 49ers. What is Snowfall? It's an amazing show.
Amazing.
It's an amazing show. Check it out.
I think they killed Singleton for it.
So nobody watches For Life?
Yeah. So what I said, you want me to type it or not? I'm typing it out. I'm typing out why Wednesday, since you guys don't know. Like Wayman and Elaine know, but let me break it down for you. I'm typing it out. And Wayman didn't even name it all. You guys, I don't even think you understand what's happening here. Like this is Wednesday is nuts. And we're talking about network TV. I mean, for you guys to just like be quiet.
I'm waiting to see.
Everything is on my DVR. I only really watch This Is Us when I watch television.
Hi.
Okay. Well, oh, you mean you watch that live? Yeah, but you still got to know what, like when your DVR is blowing up. But then again, I don't know. You have DirecTV, so I don't know. All right. So for me, for life, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, SEAL Team, and SWAT, 6 shows, and they're all amazing. They're all amazing, and that's not to say that I don't enjoy This Is Us more than all of those shows. But when you talk about a power-packed night on network television, Power's not on network TV, right? When you talk about that is.
Hey, how's The Equalizer? I have it on my DVR, but I haven't watched it.
You're not gonna sell Sunday short, homie. Hold on. You're not gonna sell Wednesday short. We'll get to The Equalizer. So this is why I say Wednesday. And I guess since the 3 of you don't watch network television outside of This Is Us, and I guess Trey watches For Life.
Oh, and
I started watching Young Rock.
This Is Us and Blackish. I watched those. And
Wait a minute. So listen, we just started watching Mixed-ish. Mind you, Kenya and I grew up in the same circle, and my homegirl Mara is one of the writers for Blackish. We just started watching Mixed-ish. It is phenomenal. Mixed-ish is phenomenal. And I'm late. But if you guys haven't watched it, go back and watch. It's Tika Sumpter and Mark Paul Gosselaar do a great job as the parents. Tika Sumpter's sister in the show is a really great actress. The little girl, Michael K or something like that, she's really good. The one who plays Tracy Ellis Ross as a child, she's pretty good. And the little boy is good. Like it's well cast. It was created by Kenya, one other person, and Tracy Ellis Ross. And then, Anthony Anderson and Lawrence Fishburne are EPs on it. It's a really good show. But Wednesdays, right?
Hey, Mara's one of the writers? I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah. So Grimmy Light Gamer, do y'all believe in God and the devil and demons and angels, etc.? Like, is this a question for us as a group, or does anybody know who this is?
No.
I believe in
you on Twitch.
God and the devil. And
is that a TV show or someone being facetious?
Right.
Are they playing on Sunday?
Wait, what the fuck? So yes, I believe in God and the devil.
You gotta screen your viewers in the comments.
Well, I don't know if it's a real question. I believe in God and the devil. I think Elaine, you got to check Snowfall. And season 3 is about to start on the 25th next Thursday.
Next week. I'm still tripping that he's British. And he sounds like he's straight from LA.
Yeah. Did you all right, Wayman Boom, she'll check it out. It doesn't. Yeah, Keith, listen. So what? This is the problem I have with this.
I saw when the Super Bowl. I'm like, nah.
My dad said he wasn't gonna watch it because he was like, "Well, Robert McCall is a middle-aged white man with glass." I'm like, "Well," but then it was Denzel, so it doesn't have to be that, right? And if they kill the role, they kill the role. I don't care how she runs. She runs better than the Robert McCall we know. I think it's a good. I think especially for Sundays, it's a good show.
Talking about some tender hamstrings. A lot of people do one take.
And then Wayman says she is a linebacker. Oh my god.
She take. You gonna run down the street?
I read that comment. All I could think of was Vera DeMilo.
Why too many issues? Like let's let Kenya Barris expand his empire.
I think he's a one-trick pony.
Mixed-ish. And have you guys watched the Netflix show Black as Fuck? That's awesome.
Yeah, I hate that show.
With Rashida Jones. It's a great show too. It's funny as
Yeah. Grownish is pretty good. It's a little out there. Someone suggested that I let Lauren watch it, and then once they were popping pills and having
no
sex in the bathroom, I'm thinking, well, maybe
time to let Rod watch it. Lauren can't.
Grown, just for grown kids.
I'm like,
College.
I don't think I was doing all that in college.
They're in college. No.
Them kids might as well be on Insecure.
Yeah, and maybe and you know, I started watching it because maybe that's what goes on in college now. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's too early for Lauren to figure out what goes on in college.
Definitely. And this person doesn't have any children, so I
I remember when I couldn't weigh in on those discussions, but I certainly can now.
Yeah, when is your daughter gonna be able to watch that, AC? When she's 20, when she's 25?
Well, yeah. We've got a long time before my daughter can watch it.
So
that's funny, Keith. If she runs like a linebacker, it's fine, but I think she does a good job in the role.
At least give her some sneakers.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
she run around in high heels.
She should wear some Hoka Hoka ones, right, Rod?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's Rod.
Another player.
Nope, I got like 3 pair myself. All old heads should have a pair.
That's Rod's new shoe. Oh, okay. Cobbs has them. Trey would never, just so you guys know, Trey would never.
Another pair last night.
Trey literally has Nike, Under Armour, Gucci. You would never see anything else with shoestrings in his closet.
The Hokas, man, change your life.
Under Armour's away as soon as the championship.
Hey, man, I thought we stopped wearing Gucci. Weren't they making the mask with the blackface?
First of all, you need to understand, like, some of us, and I don't mean me, but some of us would like wear Gucci to like maybe pretend like we were established or to maybe live the life for a moment. When you're somebody like Trey, who has been part of the establishment since June 1991, when he stepped off that stage, Gucci is just another thing in the closet. Like he's what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm not
91.
Yeah, I mean that's when we walked.
Woo.
Yeah. That's ingrained in Trey. That's just part of the brand. That's Trey.
Man, I think Keith and I were the brokest we've ever been in 91. At least I was.
Motherfucker Trey went on tour soon after that. So, you know, like it pays to be a world-class dancer before the world knows it. So yeah, Trey was a killer choreographer and dancer. Not say that he's not still a killer dancer, he's just not doing that for a living. Yeah, like he even got some dancing out of me. We did a talent show together, and that's not my thing. Yeah. Getting back to what'd you say, Trey?
I said the rabbit kicked the bucket.
The bucket. The rabbit kicked the bucket kick. The rabbit kicked the bucket.
Well, hey man, I couldn't tell it wasn't your thing in house party because you look like you were ready to jump in that competition with Chill and Big Bub at least.
That was such a fun time. When I tell you guys, like the regiment, like stop at the little AM/PM.
And I can't stop watching it. I watched it about 100 times since then.
It was fun. It was a fun time. It really was. And then House Party 2, was it 2 or 3? Yeah, 2 was at we filmed downstairs at Union Station. I don't even know where there because I don't remember, but yeah, that was weird. Yeah. All right. So now we're to Major League Baseball. Fernando Tatis just signed a 14-year, $340 million contract. That's reminiscent of what Mookie did, but Mookie's is, you know, more robust as it should be because Mookie is a unicorn. And Fernando's trying to become one. Fernando is likely going to be better than Fernando Tatis Sr. when all is said and done, but I don't think he's lined up to be Mookie. But yeah, 14 years, $340 million, similar to Mookie's 12 years, $365 million. Gentlemen, what say you about the state of the San Diego Padres?
I say 14 years is too long.
Ooh.
I mean, shoot, what can you? I mean, really? I mean, how old is Tatis right now? And
somewhere between 21 and 23. He's very young.
so you play baseball at a high level to about 35. I guess so. But dang, that's 14 years, man. 10 years is a long time. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. So they are all in on this group. I still believe the Dodgers got too much for them. So hope it's money well spent, but I can't worry about them too much. We got a couple good pieces down to make our team better. So I could see the Padres doing what they're doing, but I'm not sure if they made a wise decision. He's a young kid. Potential, you're paying for potential. They have not won a chip. They haven't earned anything. Machado's immature till he dies. I don't know. It might be something to sell tickets or something just to be on television, but I don't know if you spend that kind of money on a kid who's had a couple of good seasons.
Yeah, I think Machado gets a little bothered that this kid got that much. I know he got a nice contract.
Are you going to have something to say about this one?
It was that big?
300 and what? 14 years for 350 million or something like that. Oh, he got broke off.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? You still talking about Tatis?
Yeah, but I know in about the
different times. You don't have to speculate. It's 14 years, 340 million.
In about 10 years, it won't be market value. He's gonna want to upgrade. He's gonna want to come back to the table because they make so much money, man. That's peanuts to them owners and them ball club. So
Right.
So I didn't know this, and maybe you guys knew about this, but you guys are not like the biggest in baseball. So there's an organization called Big League Advance, which invests in young athletes, and I think they focus on baseball. And if they see they have massive upside, and I don't mean the upside that Rod hates, like real upside, like baseball upside, like, you know, they're a 4-tool player and they're going to become a 5-tool player, they give them money in exchange for a percentage of their future earnings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's generally about 8%. So Fernando Tatis Jr. came from them, which is interesting because I guess maybe Fernando Tatis Sr. didn't have a lot of money left over to but they invested in him. So word is he probably owes them about 8%. So because they get whatever the percentage is between 1 and 12% of all of your future earnings. And so whatever it is, let's say it's 8% because that's the average. They're looking at 8% of his future earnings, which is $27.2 million.
Hey, if you're gonna get a $340 million contract at the end, it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it. And I'm sure that's probably primarily aimed at Latin players. I'm sure they had that in mind when they did it.
Well, so they just answered my question. His dad made $18 million in his career, which is a lot for Rod and I. You know, Trey and Cobbs have done some like professional stuff and some international stuff. So I don't know. Maybe y'all made 18 million. I don't know. But 18 million in career earnings for the dad.
I mean $18.
1,800.
But yeah, so okay, so listen, I want to be clear. When Mookie was leaving the Red Sox, I told everybody, okay, I'm leaving the Red Sox also as a fan. I'm going to the Dodgers, but wherever Mookie goes, I'll still be a fan. But you know, it was looking like he was going to the Padres, and people asked me, well, why don't you just follow him and be a Padres fan? And I said, well, I don't want to, like I did that with Pedro. I followed him and became a Red Sox fan. I don't want to follow players anymore. I'll just cheer for them, but I want to go home. I'm going home to the Dodgers. So when he left the Red Sox and went to the Dodgers, and then they threw in the great David Price along with him, it was just wonderful for me. And then when this man signed a 12-year contract so that he can have all of his best years with the great organization, that was great. That was great. Division rivals, the Padres, but the Dodgers spanked them in the playoffs and spanked them late in the season. So not really worried about them. I don't care if Manny Machado is mad about Tatis Jr.'s contract. I really like, what's the center's name there? Is it Grissom or something like that? Grisham? The center fielder. Sorry, the center fielder in San Diego. Trent Grisham, is that right?
I think that's right.
I like him. Anybody?
They got some nice young talent, but I kind of equate the Padres to like the Daniel Snyder Washington football team. Like they'll sign a big contract and make a splash, and it looks good. It's like, oh, you got a nice young group together, and then they don't do anything.
So fair, but they were second in the NL West, and were they second in the NL? Or no, were they like fourth in the NL? They had a really good record in the abbreviated season, and I don't want to wish too much on them, but I think that they're building. I think they are building something. I think they're doing something. And yeah, it is Trent Grisham that is the center fielder for the Padres, and he's a nice young talent. You got Machado, you got him locked in. You have Tatis. They have some pitching. I'm not scared of them, but so yeah, not a rivalry yet. No, but the Giants are not you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's Dodgers Giants, but I'm just talking about, the whatever happened against the Padres meant something last year, because the Padres had a shot at the best record in the NL West until they lost late to the Dodgers. Remember that? Like, they could have been the 1 seed instead of it being the Dodgers. So, all right, see you, Elaine. So that's all I'm saying about rivalry, like a current rivalry. I don't mean like
see you, Elaine. I'm actually working right now trying to send an email. Don't tell nobody. We work at the same district.
Stay blessed. I didn't know that. Stay blessed, Elaine. Love you.
Yeah. Be safe.
I'm gonna tell you, early in my basketball officiating career, Elaine was such a calming presence for me. Just talking me through certain things about, the politics of the unit, and, how it was different than what I knew, my history, corporate America. Like, no, officiating is not that. So you got to move a little differently. Much of the same things that Patrick told me on the football side, Elaine was telling me, but, she also helped me with some stuff going into the college game. So shout out to Elaine L. Williams.
He helped me tremendously at my district to find out who's who, what's accepted, what's not accepted, who to look out for, who you can talk to, you can't talk to. So that kind of stuff that weighs a heavy price in these different, locations. So I really appreciate her and her authenticity.
Yeah. Very down to earth. She helped me as well when I came in. She's just a wise lady. All around. She does what makes sense. And I think a lot of people at times don't really appreciate people like that. Yeah. They kind of give them the slanted head or the side eye, like, okay, what's she all about? Well, she's doing and saying things that can help us navigate through difficult situations, while you're just trying to tell us to do whatever and take us down a dark tunnel. So you really appreciate people like Elaine.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Trey doesn't know her yet. But if Trey did know her, he'd have a story too. Elaine, amazing.
Yeah, I don't know her, but she laughed at my joke. She thought I was funny. Elaine, yeah, with me.
That's
all right.
That's one for the books.
Cool. I need to know Elaine's Oakland nickname, because I know she got one.
Everybody got one.
Yeah, she definitely.
Elaine's Oakland nickname, probably something like Slim Thug. She did it. I had a meeting the other day with someone who was based in Northern California. She started talking about something and mentioned, and then asked me if I knew anything about Northern California. So I told her where I used to live up there. She was like, "Oh, wow, that's around the corner from me." And then we started talking about like that BART station that we both used to go to and all of that. So that was interesting connection, because Elaine's back.
Yeah.
Her nickname was Insane. Oh boy.
Oh, that's why she put that
No,
up.
Insane E.
Insane E. Oh.
Insane E.
Oh.
I can believe it.
Okay. Elaine was Insane E. We're just gonna leave that right there.
I'm gonna go to the trunk.
Man.
Going
Hey,
to
you
the
guys want
trunk.
to add anything to the list? Because
Man, they probably told her, hey, look, you can do this time or you can be a police officer. You know, they always give you an in or an out. You can do this time or you can go to the military.
First of all, I ain't no snitch. So second of all, you're gonna change your tone when you talk to me.
be a cadet.
You must not know who you talking to. I'll be on you.
Somebody with that kind of nickname, you cannot get a win in her house at all.
She have to always remind you what her name is if you forget.
At all. She come in and there's too much trash in the trash can, you getting it.
What's my name? Insane E. How I got my name? Cause you crazy. Then get this house cleaned up right now.
Yeah. Hey Trey, do you have AirPods Pro?
No, but my brother-in-law got them. If you need some.
Oh, okay.
My mama said.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess tell me about it because people are looking for them.
When would the flexing stop?
It's all love.
All flexing. I don't know if y'all made 18 million, but I'm sure y'all made 18 million before.
Wait, I got the AirPod Pros over here.
I got them 28s on my Tesla.
Yeah.
All right, pro tip.
And they spinning, nigga. They spinning.
Pro tip.
Go ahead and flex the Tesla. My brakes spin.
They
Go ahead,
spin.
spin.
Butterfly goals, they fly.
Yeah.
So pro tip, if you have AirPods Pro and you start hearing static in one or both of your AirPods, whether or not you're out of warranty, Apple has accounted for this. And so you have 2 years from the purchase date, which is 1 year past your warranty, to file a claim and get either one or both of them replaced. So whether it's static in one or static in both, this is a known issue with some of the AirPods. And so I just went through the process. So I'm just going to make a recommendation. If anybody else has this problem,
I can't afford those.
just reach out to Apple. Let them know which one is messed up or both of them are messed up. They will then offer you a DIY return where they send you the replacement and then you have to send back the one that you have. Or you can go into a service center and get it handled. But since all the Apple stores are closed, you basically have to go to like Best Buy or something like that. And so I recommend you just deal with Apple directly. So you put a deposit on the one replacement. They send it to you next day. Then you send back the old one. Then you get your money back. Or
you can flex on them like AC wants to do and just buy a new pair and have his assistant go pick them up.
So I filed my claim on Tuesday and got my replacement on Wednesday and sent the bad one back on Wednesday.
Flex. I got these beat up 2015 Beats with the messed up headphone jack.
Man,
I return these. They laugh at.
Beats. I have Beats. I got Beats Studio.
Beats too, and I keep them in the case because those are my special ones.
I went and got the Nick Cannons. They ain't Beats.
They don't beat. They just thump a little bit.
I support Nick Cannon's headphones. I said I can't do the Ray J's, but I would get some Nick Cannons.
I got some Beats Solo too for sale.
For sale, boy, must be nice. How much that Under Armour basketball back there?
What do you say?
The basketball back there. How much that going for?
Oh no, I'm not selling this.
Yeah, Steph Curry gave it to you. Go ahead and flex on us.
No.
Clay gave it to you.
He didn't.
Cam Newton.
No, Clay's not Under Armour.
He got that from Lou Alcindor.
Oh, the original.
Yeah,
So-
he didn't get it from Kareem. He got it when he went to UCLA from Lou Alcindor.
Or Under Armour wasn't even the idea. I was the first to have anything Under Armour. This thing is worth $5 million.
Yeah.
It's never been dribbled. It has never been dribbled before.
He's like, I got assets.
Are you on this? I just thought about this. Are you on this football?
What game is? What year is that?
I don't even know. But just look for your signature.
That logo's too new. I'm old school. We still had navy blue stuff. We still had navy blue on our paraphernalia.
I don't know when this was.
I got a football that's signed by the GOAT, Dan Marino.
Nice.
The GOAT of what?
Passing yards.
Oh, okay.
You put Dan Marino on the Patriots. How many Super Bowls you got?
Just wait. Which Patriots?
The Patriots that Tom Brady played for.
Oh, I thought you meant the Patriots that he was playing against.
He said the same one Tom played for.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, would he be likable?
I don't know, man. I'm just thinking if you want to keep saying how great Tom Brady is, I know it's off topic, but just talking about what we have as far as paraphernalia, Dan Marino's still my GOAT when it comes to passing ability. Not that
Passing ability?
Not the greatest, but as far as slanging that thing around the yard and making dudes great, Dan Marino slang that thing around the yard. He did not have the defense or the running game to go with it, so all he could do was throw the football. So Tom Brady is the quarterback GOAT, but Dan Marino is still my favorite quarterback of all time.
So, speaking of great quarterbacks with a lot of passing yards, and I think Warren Moon is the leader in that category in pro football. There was a time when Warren Moon and I lived in the same complex.
Flex.
Flex.
No.
I'm gonna go to work, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go to work.
In the same complex. How much was that rent, AC?
See, man.
It was like $1,100 back then. Like, no.
Man, it's like Chris Rock saying he lived by Jay-Z.
Let me tell you where I lived.
When I was out of town.
Let me tell you where we lived. We lived right up against the 405 freeway. Come on. It was not a great area. Not a great area, no. So, he clearly, it was probably, they had a lot of corporate housing there. So he was probably being put up by someone that he was working for, because that's not any place that his money would have taken him. So it's not a flex. But the funny thing is,
flex.
I had a friend, my friend Carl, who also lived in there, who is an actor now. So so not Carl. Let's go by his stage name, Calvin Dean. So my guy Calvin Dean, we would go in there and we would work out. We went in there and worked out in the gym. In fact, I was playing with him when I slid in a second and broke my leg. But we would work out. So we went in there and said, no, it was broken in 3 places. But
well, you broke your foot again, tender love. That foot is tender love.
It was 14 years later. Or
you broke it again on the Peloton. What's going on?
16 years later.
How you break your foot on the Peloton? Go ahead.
I didn't break my foot on the Peloton. Why are you making stuff up?
Tender love.
Calvin goes, we go into the gym and Warren Moon's on the treadmill. So he's like, hey, what's up, Warren? And Warren just ignored him. But he tells the story a different way. He says he walked in and when he said hi, Warren Moon spit on him. So he didn't, but it's just funny. Like, he was like, man, I used to like Warren Moon, but he spit on me when I spoke to him. That's all. I just thought of that. It wasn't. That's not.
Wait a minute, no. That's like the Coming to America barbershop scene. You ain't never met no Warren Moon. Yes, I did. He spit on me. He spit on me. He spit on you. Warren Moon ain't spit on you.
That's good. That's good.
Yes, he did. I'm on the treadmill by my own business feeling good. And then Warren Moon said, hey, man, get off my treadmill. I said, man, I was here first. He spit in my face.
Well, if you want the ultimate flex,
man,
the real GOAT, the GOAT, and we ain't talking about sports, just the GOAT.
Man, you
outside of my house, the GOAT is Megan Good, and she's in Trey's phone. Trey's phone. Oh. That's a flex.
Wow.
She all right.
Wow. Now you're going to have people hit me up talking about, hey, what's her number?
Hey, man. I had Don from In Vogue's number, flex.
Oh, okay.
I got pictures and receipts.
We were watching. So listen, this is okay. So now just think about this. So my cousin was. It's not a flex. Just my cousin Kayon was telling me the other day. We were for some reason he was talking about bad dates, and he was like, "Remember when you went out with an old girl from Saved by the Bell, Lark something?" I was like, "Lark Voorhees." He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "No, I don't remember that." So apparently, I went on a date with her, and she wasn't a very likable person.
Know her yet,
but I don't really remember that. But no, Megan good. Anyway, so Brianna and I were watching lots of In Vogue videos the other day, and Dawn was killing it. So yeah, good. Okay.
I was a high school boy. She wasn't feeling me.
Oh, okay.
I was shooting my shot though.
Yeah,
I didn't have my bread up, so Megan.
I was faking it though. I had bread. I was a barber. I had barber money.
Oh, okay.
I was on the video shoot of Free Your Mind, shooting my shot.
Were you the leader of the barbers, or you were one of the barbers?
I was the traveling barber, and
so you were like,
no, I wasn't traveling with the group. My cousin was part. My cousin was part of their marketing or promotion, and she brought me up to the set, and I got to meet the girls and everything. And Dawn supposedly is from the same hometown I'm from in Connecticut, so we had a connection. And once I found out we weren't related, you know, I think I was 18, maybe. Shoot.
Where are you from?
New London, Connecticut. And
my family is there.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, I might be young, but I'm ready. You heard her. This is before R. Kelly.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. All right. So
let me find my picture of me and me and Don.
So we're going over the most famous people to shoot us down.
Shoot you down. I had a shot. I had a slam shot.
Because I got shot down by my all-time favorite.
I'm trying. I'm really trying really hard. I was in there, boy. I was like, hey, I had my good Guess jeans on. I had my good Jabot shirt. Had it unbuttoned. Had my juicy Jerry curl Conqueline texturizer.
Wow.
Shoot it. I was like, Kobe, shoot it.
I got shot down by Chaka Khan.
Ooh.
Wow.
Chaka Khan with Rufus, or Chaka Khan when she was by herself?
No, she was by herself, but
Chaka Khan was bad, boy. She was a Black Panther too.
Chaka Khan. Yes, she was.
Chaka Khan.
That's my all-time favorite.
Oh man,
I just chased her around a club one night, and she just kept laughing me off like, "Boy, you are stupid."
You almost got there, then. If she called you stupid, that's good.
I was like, "No, I'm serious. I need your number. We need to stay in touch. Where you going when you leave? What's your next city?"
Shoot it.
And she's like, "Why? You gonna follow me?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna follow you all over the country."
Hey, man.
I was pulling out every line.
I'm gonna follow you all over. So you were the definition of a stalker.
Oh man.
We weren't as cool as you on House Party set, not chasing Shireen around.
That's funny.
Shireen.
So you would think it would have meant something when I went to her house to interview her for King Magazine, but then she blew off the interview.
And she didn't remember you from the set. I was a little dude with the ducktails.
She never even came downstairs.
Like, who? The little boy with the long eyebrows. I had the big eyebrows.
I was sitting downstairs for 2 hours and she never even came down.
Oh,
like, all right, so this is from 2 days ago. This is clearly taken with an Android, but you know, shout out to my partners.
Not flattering at all.
Shout out to my partners, Murray, Jacobs, and Ray James. Shout out to y'all. All right, so you know, I don't know. That's an interesting one. An actual shutdown, I guess, would be Lori McNeil, who used to play. You know, she was on the pro tennis tour.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, she was the best black player. Not ever, because you know, Althea Gibson, but she was the best black player on tour at that point. Like I think she even made a final or a semifinal or a final against Steffi. So we actually did go to lunch, but it didn't go past.
I shot my shot with Halle Berry at UCLA. She was there for the MTV Awards, and they were walking out the trailer, and everybody was trying to get to Bobby Brown's trailer, and I saw Halle Berry turn the corner. And I said, Halle, I'm your biggest fan. Is there any way you would give a young brother like me an opportunity to hang with you just a little while? She's like, you're so cute. I said, I have a girlfriend, man, and she would understand if I would just
putting it out there.
I said, I have a girlfriend, but she would understand. This is a exception. She would not. She would be mad if I didn't spit. You know, like. She was like, you young boys are something else. And she kept walking. I said, I'm not playing.
That is hilarious. Now, I did meet Layla Rashawn one night at Hot Wings Cafe.
Oh boy, what year?
This was
Harlem Nights time?
This was right after she made
Any Given Sunday or Harlem Nights?
No, this is right after she made after Boomerang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nisha in trouble. If that's the case.
Yeah. Met her after that. I kept
she was still Sunshine.
No, I was still an undergrad then. So the Boomerang is old.
Yeah. Sunshine, boy.
So
it doesn't add up.
I kept telling my friends,
right.
I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna meet her one night. and lo and behold, me and my boy Ase Apia, what's up, Say? He has a date with his current wife Tracy, and she's like, hey, I want to bring my friend. Can Rod go? So I roll, The friend is talking like kind of out the side of her head, and I'm like, I'm not feeling her. We probably not feeling each other, so we mutual on that. We get to Hot Wings Cafe. We sitting there. I see this guy sitting across from me, and his girl pops him in the head. And I'm like, dang, why did she do that? And lo and behold, it's because he's staring at Layla Rashawn. So I'm like, oh, there she is. So the girl that I'm supposed to be hanging with was like, oh, well, if you sweating her so tough, why don't you just go over there and say something to her? And I'm trying to be calm.
Sitting there by the word.
So she makes it a point to says, hey, my date says you cute. And so Layla was like, tell him to come here. I shook the date, went to Leela's table, and never came back.
Shoot the shot. Shoot the J.
It didn't go past that, but I'm like, hey,
at
least one of my fantasies came true. I can say
man, that's
with Sunshine.
That's Sunshine, bro. That one scene had us we were just dreaming about Sunshine. I was like, made the man leave his wife and kids. He said to me, Jimmy Mack, shoot you.
Yeah, I would like to learn more about that, that situation.
At the meeting?
Yeah.
So
shoot the shot.
So I had a situation where I was in high school and just messing around with somebody in high school too, who later became famous, but I don't think that's the same thing that we're talking about.
Just imagine how Beyonce's ex-boyfriend feels. He smoked that off, didn't he? You gotta feel pretty. You gotta feel like what's the name? What was Candace Parker's husband's name? Sheldon Williams was his name?
Yeah.
Hammerhead. You smoked that off. When you see her on the TNT, you gotta be like, dang.
Oh, are they not? They're not together?
Nope.
No. Sheldon been gone.
Wait, Ryan, I felt like we were talking about this the other day, and you didn't tell me that they weren't together.
Yeah,
he's looking her up like he can get with her. Look.
I just wanted to know. Stop it.
He start typing. Hey man, give me Candace's number.
I'll go add
give me Candace's number.
No, I'm good.
I'll pick her up in a Tesla.
Yeah, Sheldon went back to Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost. No, I'm very good with Rihanna. Don't play that game.
That's
Oh, no, I'm messing around, man. I'm done. I'm trying to find my son a wife. He gonna marry Osaka. Naomi Osaka is my son's target.
Okay.
You want to live in Japan? That's where we going. We going for you. We going for the big one, Naomi.
Wow.
She owns the country.
So we're going for the big one.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot your shot. Shoot the three.
Hey,
From
might as well.
the logo. I'm shooting.
Oh man.
If my wife watched this show, I'm in trouble. She's gonna be like, "You hollered at Halle Berry when you was at UCLA with me? You daggone right, I hollered at Halle Berry when you was
Walk down the street right now. I'm holla again.
I turned down Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube, Dub C at UCLA during the higher learning shooting at UCLA. You know, they was on campus hollering at everybody. And she said Ice Cube was just up here trying to holler at us. And I'm like, Ice Cube, a little punk, 5'7". I'm gonna go over there and beat his head in. Everybody scared of Ice Cube.
Well, his dad worked there, right?
Yeah, but they were shooting higher learning for a couple of weeks at UCLA at our dorms, Sunset Village. You remember that?
Yeah.
And they was always on campus trying to holler at the young.
No, I got you. I
Young
just wanted to know if you knew that his dad also.
Oh yeah, I saw him all the time.
Yeah.
And up on North Campus.
Yep.
Mr. Jackson, how you doing?
Wayman is Rodney under 70. Rodney, how old are you? 71 or 69?
When I like a straight
The
punk.
fans want to know.
How old is Rodney?
The fans wanna
Rodney hollered at Shaka Khan before Rufus.
know. Exactly. No. Hey, and then she said, "No, Rod, I'm too young." That's how old Rodney is.
Rodney was the first before R. Kelly, before Keith Sweat, before Aaron Hall. There was Rodney Saucier.
Rodney Saucier in his conversion van.
You may be young, but you're ready. Yeah.
There you
Ready to learn.
You had a van. You didn't need motel money.
You're not a little girl.
Oh,
You're a woman.
oh my goodness.
My
But
theory on vans. You know, if your daddy owned a van in the 70s, you got extra siblings. It's a
Oh man.
fact.
Rodney, did your van have a waterbed?
They used Rodney's van in Uncle Drew. That was his van.
Hey, man.
Wayman got the Rufus reference because Rufus grabbed Shaka Khan off the street. She was 16 on Soul Train singing with Rufus. And I'm like, all these grown dudes singing with that young girl, something ain't right.
Oh, my eyes are watering.
All right. So I'm going to let everybody off the hook. We are over our normal projection. So
Rufus.
we can go ahead and go to the closeout. Listen, this is the Collective Podcast. This is episode 49. I thank all of you for tuning in, whether it be on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Periscope, or Twitch. We appreciate you. And if you're listening on the DSP, again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. This is the Collective Podcast. I am AC from LA. He is Rodney Saucier Sr. Under Rodney is Anthony Cobbs, AC Sports Live. And to his right, Trey Hopson, TreVon L. Hopson. Yo, yeah. That Rod Wayman is killing Rod. Boy. You some shit. All right. So as we always do about this time. We're gonna go to the closeout. We'll let our guest host close it out.
Oh man, I had so much fun. I had a rough morning, man. I had to educate my coworkers on why I was upset. I started watching the Men documentary on Netflix, hosted by Will Smith, talking about the fight for America and the 14th Amendment. And I just watched Judas and the Black Messiah with my son, and he was really, really emphatic about changing the world as far as ending racism and things like that. And I'm just like, man, we got to educate our kids, because it's not as simple as going out and telling people that they shouldn't be racist. I mean, it's inherent in some of our folks that might even claim to be allies. They might be out there and they believe a certain way because that's how they were raised and that's how they were taught to see the world. And it's a long process. We have a long way to go. And it's really sometimes discouraging. We got to teach our kids how this whole thing works. And it does get heavy on us, man, because we can't change who we are. We can't change our color. We can't change that, and we have to continue to educate one another. I love having a good time on here talking with you guys. You guys are positive brothers, but I know we got a fight on our hands when it comes to raising our kids in a world that does not always see them as who they are, instead of they see them for their skin color. And I think it's not cool. But again, educating our kids is part of our jobs as adults and as parents, man. So again, the Fight for America documentary, it's pretty cool, man. And it kind of ties into what I just saw as far as the other movie, Judas and the Black Messiah. So this being Black History Month, let's keep that information going. It's not just 1 month, it's our lives, man. So keep doing that. You can check me out on Tuesday nights, AC Sports Live. I'm doing a whole HBCU special on Tuesday, and I ran through a bunch of NFL players that played at HBCUs and just kind of talking about some of our Black history pioneers and figures that we do not want to forget, because our kids need to know that they came from greatness, man. So y'all keep up the good work, being positive role models for our kids and our community, and I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Peace out, blessings, shalom.
Good job.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Trey.
Ooh. So I want everybody to be safe out there, man. Wear your mask. Do the things that we need to do to bring these numbers down. Get through this pandemic. Get our kids back in school. Get them educated. Get them back to doing things that they like to do, outside activities. I don't want kids to just be sitting around playing like the PS5s and all of that stuff, because that can kind of get you out of shape too. So just back to, getting in so they can do their physical education as well. And yeah, man, I really don't like to plug my kids too much, but one of my kids, man, both of my kids are great, but my oldest son, Colin, no, that's not no flex.
That's the best flex, though. That was the only time flexing is available and warranted and welcomed is your kids. Flex.
Like, I gotta tell you, man, my kids is what does it for me, man. I'm that definition of a proud dad, man. And when your kid is great, all parents think their kids is great in something, but when I tell y'all my son, my oldest son, Colin, is great in basketball. He is, and watching his growth is something that's very, very special to me. He's 5 years old. I want y'all to follow him. I started an Instagram page for him over a year ago, and I just, put little posts here and now, just watching him doing his cute little basketball practice. So now I'm going to really start putting his stuff on there so you can see the growth and see what practice does do. His Instagram page is Colin, COLLIN, the THE, and great, GR and the number 8, Colin the Great. Follow Instagram, man. He's been wanting to get out and exercise and do stuff after his basketball practice. He has private lessons and he does that. 5 years old, handles, doing V dribble crosses, pound dribble cross, behind the back, all that stuff that you learn high school. He's been wanting to do more, and he heard us kind of talking about the stairs. He wanted to go to the stairs. So I said, all right, I'm going to take you to the Santa Monica stairs and let you go up these stairs and see if you really want to do this. Santa Monica stairs was closed. We went over to Culver City. When I tell you, this kid went up the stairs, ran down, thought he was going to be done, went back up the stairs again. I said, oh, he's going to be sore as hell tomorrow, right? Came back down, and when we came back down, it's a path that you can come down in the street. So we came down the path in the street, but then he saw a guy running sprints from the steepness of the hill, just turning around, running up the hill. He wanted to start doing that. So we did that. We did like 6 to 8 sets of that. And when I tell you, this kid was not tired and wanted to go back the next week, back last week, he did it again. And I'm like, man, this kid is great. He does basketball practice 3 times a week, and then on the weekends wants to go do the stairs. I said, it's no kid like you. It's no 5-year-old that's like this. At least I don't know. You know what I mean? Enjoy going to the stairs. There's people out there breathing hard and this, that, and the other, and he's just running up the stairs, literally with a nice little pace. Yeah, man. Sky's the limit for that kid, man. Proud dad moment. And as I'm videotaping him, you can hear me breathing hard as hell in the background. But I keep telling myself, hey, if you do it, I'm right here behind you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be your biggest supporter. And just a proud dad moment, man. I just want everybody to know.
I'd like to sign him. I'm not an agent yet.
You can sign it, and you hear me commentating in the back. I'm like,
sign him.
While you guys are sitting at home playing PlayStation, he's trying to be in the 2035 version of PlayStation.
Oh man, I'm gonna sign him to a 15-year deal, like Tatis.
Yep, exactly.
Pay him in now laters.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
Is Colin the Great on Instagram?
Colin the Great.
All right, I'm going to follow him.
So again, it's COLLINTHEGR8. Now, shout out to my nephew Colin. Got to take a shot back at Trey. So Trey can tell us where to find Colin, which is beautiful. Can Trey tell us where to find the podcast on Instagram? Hell no.
Yeah, you about to put it on the bottom of the screen.
I'm about to put it on
everybody watching. You know, I sure can.
Oh man, my guy Trey. I can't with you. But shout out to my nephew. Rodney.
Yes, sir. Hey man, just want to say enjoy today. Always have fun with the fellas. Always have fun with the people who leave comments. I've been like really throwing myself in history this week, trying to just dig for whatever I can. It's what I majored in college. I just love history. Caught the documentary.
No, it wasn't called history then. It was just called life. Now it's history.
But
sorry, go ahead.
I caught the documentary by Henry Louis Gates about the Black church. It was an excellent documentary. It would probably dispel a lot of myths about Black churches and about Black Christianity and just Black spirituality in general. I already had the book by Henry Louis Gates from Barnes and Nobles. It's a good read. He's probably at this time the top African-American historian in the world. So if you didn't check it out, try to get it on demand and continue to do what you do. Watch sports and have fun. Stay safe. I'm scared. I told AC, and I'm trying to allow him to coach me into working a basketball game for the first time in a year. Scared to death, haven't been on the floor, haven't blown a whistle, anything like that. But, the only way to start is to just jump in the deep part. So I'm going to try to do that next week. And the old jokes from Wayman, my birthday is actually a week from today. I will still be in my 50s, brother. But I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying being around my family and the kids and my friends. And I don't take one day for granted. So with that, keep fighting.
Shout out. Thanks, Rodney. So Rodney's birthday is a week from today. Eric, Trey's brother's birthday is Tuesday, so that's 5 days from today. And we can talk in real time now because we go live. Damn, I wanted to say something about what Rodney said, but that's okay. They were talking about parenting. So this is a book that Kayla gave me for Father's Day. And essentially, that's me and that's her. And so, of course, this is my favorite book, and she loves for me to read it to her. And she wanted me to read it to her last night, but it was a little late, so I promised I'd read it to her today. But this is an amazing book, and I love reading this to her because she gave it to me, and it's it's personalized. Kayla, you'll always be my little girl. Just wanted to share that with you guys. So I received my second dose of the vaccination, or second dose of the vaccine on Monday, and on Tuesday, I was very weak, but I don't know that it was because of the vaccine, because I took Tylenol PM on Tylenol PM on Monday night, and so I don't know if it was the mixture or just the Tylenol PM or just the second dose. I don't know, because I didn't have any effect I didn't have any effect from the first shot, but I was really weak. But I still went and worked the basketball game. And my point is, by the time I got on the court, I was fine. I was like great. But that whole day, I was just really groggy. So, and then my sister asked me if there's like any kind of psychological shift now that I am vaccinated. And I still take the same precautions, but I am not afraid to fly. And I have to fly to go work basketball next Friday and then fly back on Sunday. So, I'm happy that the vaccination is done. And then, I told you I worked on Tuesday, after getting the vaccination on Monday, and I still masked up. And I have another game Saturday. I'm going to mask up. I'm working next Tuesday with Rodney. I'm going to mask up. And then in Denver, I'm going to mask up. So I'm still taking the precautions, but I'm happy that I got it. I'm happy that Trey and Britt got it. Not everybody's going to, and I have no problems with people who don't. Again, I just say, and I'm not pushing anyone to do it if you don't want to. I just want everybody to be educated on it and make an informed decision one way or another. I just think it's pretty important. And for those that are saying, oh, well, it always takes years to develop vaccines, and this was so quick. Well, this is not an approved vaccine. This is an emergency situation where they are the vaccine is at a point where they will give it out because of the pandemic, essentially. But it's not an official vaccine. It's not finalized. So just know the difference there. All of the other vaccines are polished vaccines, and that's why they took so long. But this is a different situation. So just at least know that.
Everybody on the ventilator wish they had the vaccine. Every single one of them.
I can't follow that, All right, so in my closeout, I just want to shout out Brianna Johnson, Brittany Shipman, Nisha Closeout, and Saucier. Oh, Nisha Causey. That's what threw me off, because that's her maiden name, Causey. Nisha Saucier and Joy Washington Cobbs, the women. Shout out to them. And shout out to all the kids. What are your kids' names, Anthony?
Jordan is my daughter. She's 19. My son Alexander is 15.
Okay. Shout out to Jordan and Alexander. Shout out to Colin and Kyler. Shout out to Zaire,
Rod Jr.,
Lauren, Rod. What's the eldest one's name? I cannot remember her name right now. Rod. Asia. I knew it was a continent. I couldn't remember which one. I knew it wasn't Africa, but I almost said Antarctica. Shout out to Asia. Shout out to Braylon and Kayla. Hey, love all of y'all. Appreciate you. Hey, try to be safe, right? Even if you've been vaccinated, stay safe. Keep the 6 feet. 6 feet, very important. I still tell people. I asked nicely. I had to go to Best Buy the other day. Hey, can you guys move over to the circle? It's 3 of y'all, and you're really close. You shouldn't even be in line together, but please, I just try to be nice. I wear my mask, keep my 6 feet. I pick my daughter up from school. I pick her up every day, but I picked her up yesterday, and I was telling Rod, there's another lady picking up her daughter, and as soon as the daughter walked out of the school, she ripped the mask off of the girl and then took her mask off and then started walking away. Well, that defeats the purpose of the mask requirement. Like at that school, adults can't even go inside. So you're not wearing the mask inside of the school. You're wearing the mask in the area of other people. But she just pulled it right off. And it's like, you clearly don't believe in masks, and this is just a show because your kid has to. But that's, whatever. I feel it's dangerous, but it is what it is. Just everybody stay safe. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Check us out next week, episode 50. We probably have 50 coming up, 50. Next week, we don't know if we'll have Scoop. Like I said, we know we'll have him March 18th, but maybe before then. Anthony's invited back. My dad's invited back. Jimmy's invited back. And then anybody who's, a regular and wants to try to join us, I've thrown some invitations out there. Just let us know in advance, and we'll try to get you on. But thank you. Please subscribe. Please follow the show on Facebook. Please subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Please comment. Please like. We've had about 15 people on here today, and we have 8 likes, 8 reactions. Please, more. And all of you guys, my co-hosts, hop on there. Go to at the very least, go to Facebook and YouTube and do your thing. Okay. We appreciate you. Listen, there's so much racism in the world, and it's not going away anytime soon, but just know that silence constitutes consent. Okay. Wherever you come from, silence constitutes consent. And I don't have to say more than that, because you know what that means. And you need to keep that in mind and act accordingly. I don't have to say any more than that. Hey, episode 49, we appreciate you. We out.